Hello, hello, and hello to all of my cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your midweek Wednesday reading. This reading is for the 8th of February through the 28th of February. By now, if you've been tuned into my channel, you know that you all are not only the mother sign of the Zodiac, but also the money sign, right? Like ka-ching, ka-ching, money sign. You all are and the money, the number 8 is the money exchange number. So it's a very important time for people to really get focused on their life purpose. And we're not talking about just money, paper, and coins money. We're talking about healthy relationships, healthy friendships, healthy working relationships, like on both sides of your scales, your work-life balance, but it's healthy on both sides. Let's get into it as we move towards finding out what your purpose is and making sure you're in your own light, or at least you're moving towards your own light. Okay, let's get into it, Cancers. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Full moon energy is most celebrated of all the moon phases, Cancer, which you all are ruled by the moon. So you know how powerful the full moon is, because the full moon is associated with power. So you all might feel most powerful during the full moon, because your universe is fully illuminated and letting you know, hey, what do I need to part ways with so I can make room for something in my universe? So the energy of money, the King of Pentacles came out first, right? So let's see, we have a major arcana. Okay, Hangman, and also the World card, right? So Source is saying to you to hang in there, to just hang in there, close out cycles, give yourself some time to grieve the release of some things that you've closed out, whether it's closing out a job, closing out like moving from one home to the next. Somebody could be closing on a house, so you moving from one place to the next. So what does that look like? That looks like I gotta look through everything in the house and part ways with some things that I may have had for years, because I don't want to bring that into my don't want to bring that no energy into my house. So Source is saying, hang in there, be patient. You're learning how to close out cycles and not be so emotionally tied to things. Okay, Cancer? I'm talking to you if you have Cancer anywhere in your chart. We have the King of Pentacles, which is the wealthiest card in the deck. Source is saying stay as far away from treacherous energy. Just stay far away. They can't mess up your money in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You don't need them for anything. They can't hurt you. So close out the process, but go ahead and start the process of your healing. You weren't imagining things. You weren't making up things. You weren't overly emotional about something. You weren't hallucinating. You weren't delusional about something. Just go ahead and close out the cycle. And if they close it out with you first, even better. That way you don't even have to do the cleanup. You don't even have to, you can sit there and you can flush out the wounds of being burned or manipulated in some way, shape, form, or fashion, but you can go ahead and just move on from it, right? So I do see you moving on from something. I see you thanking Source in advance. So like I said, if they leave your life first, or they initiate some kind of closing out of something, then hey, great. If you have to initiate it, tap into your strength and say, I got to do it. I got to take the, so we have the Ten of Swords here. So Ten of Swords lets me know that Source does not want somebody to be in woe is me mode at all. Like, so Source does not want you to be in woe is me. If anything, Source really wants you to be in this mindset of, I'm free. I'm finally free. They're free and I'm free. Finally free. Finally free. So I can move on from this. I learned whatever lessons I needed to learn, but I'm not going to let it mess up my credibility. That's money. I'm not going to let it mess up my reputation. That's money. It's not going to mess up my emotional status so that it looks like I'm emotionally out of a line, like I'm emotionally unstable, moody. I'm not going to mess up my money for that. I just need to get away from them. I just need to get as far away from them as possible. So congratulations to you for closing out the cycle, emotionally closing out a cycle. And so what you don't want to send out is mixed signals. Here we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Death card, which is attached to Scorpio. We have the Hermit card, which is attached to Virgo. We have the Moon card, the Four of Wands, and also the Page of Wands. So there could be some conversations going on about you behind your back. some very low vibrating conversations going on with about you behind your back. Like I said, you're leaving that energy behind. It was already kind of a risky thing. One thing people cannot do is lie. Their energy can't lie to water signs. And because you all are nurturers, you have nurtured it, but this time you're saying, I've nurtured it enough. Because some energies, their energy is so low vibrational and they're so hurt, they will come out and say or do something that will really, really hurt you, that will let you know this thing is really over. I'm done. I'm just done. I don't even want to be attached to that low vibrating energy, right? So in your hermit mode, what people forget is that you're a divine feminine sign, so information just comes to you. The information comes to you. So again, for you, the information coming to you, you're taking it, you're processing it, and you're moving on. Here we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups energy. So you're at peace with yourself. You're at peace with yourself. You're mending. You're healing. I see new love coming across somebody's life where it's very harmonious. You're not dealing with somebody who is insensitive to you. Here we have the Four of Wands. This lets me know it's going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulders. But it also looks like a new and exuberant love coming across somebody's path. So whoever's plotting and planning behind your back, it doesn't matter whether they're trying to take you to court, whether they're talking negatively about you. It doesn't matter if they're talking about your family. It doesn't matter if they're gossiping about you, laughing at you. It doesn't matter what they're doing behind your back, being insensitive about what you're going through. It doesn't even matter. For you, you have made a decision to go ahead and close out a cycle. This card right here is attached to Saturn. Saturn is a very serious planet. So it's the planet of maturity and authority. So somebody is getting a lot more serious about their own life, closing out cycles, recognizing if it doesn't feel good, I'll leave this job, I'll leave this housing complex, I'll leave this friendship, I'll leave whatever. This is my life, this is my universe, is counterproductive, and being in a moody position will certainly cut out this right here, your wealth and how people see you. People wouldn't want to deal with you. They don't want to have anything to do with you when you seem moody and not able to control your emotions. So like I said before, I see somebody feel like they have a huge weight lifted off of their shoulders. And so here comes new inspiration. The new inspiration could mean somebody else is closing it off. Or maybe you woke up one day, since you're in hermit mode, and you said, you know what, when I really think about it, when I get up under that full moon, I came to a conclusion, I need to go ahead and walk away from this. I need to go ahead and close out this cycle. I don't want any parts of this whatsoever. Here we have the Page of Wands. I don't want to have any parts of this whatsoever. I need to move on from this insensitivity, from this treacherous energy. There are some people, what you're going to have to understand, Cancer, is that it doesn't matter what you're going through. You could have literally lost a loved one. Your mom, dad, family member, friend. Somebody could have died. You could have lost a job. It could be a crisis going on in your life. And some energies are so selfish, they don't care about any of that. If you're not making it about them, they're like, I don't care. I don't care at all, right? So on one hand, it can be quite inspiring when that flame is used to be warm towards you and inspire you. But when that thing is turned up and it's burning you and it comes across as insensitive, then that's when you know it's time to get as far away from that energy as possible. Or it comes across as manipulative, like, okay, everybody has. I'm going to give you an example. Like one job that I worked on, this many years ago, many years ago. I recently lost a grandparent, and I remember having to go back into the workplace because you only get like 3 days bereavement, right? This is like almost 20 years ago, and I had to go back into the workplace, and I felt like, okay, this is my grandparents. Like, a lot of people are very close to their grandparents, and I had a manager to say, well, people die all the time. It was at that very moment I decided, you're not getting 100% work out of me. You're not getting 100% work out of me. At that day, I retired, but I was still drawing a paycheck. That day, I retired. I wasn't putting 100% effort into it. Just make sure. And on top of that, this is how God took care of me. This is not what I'm suggesting for anybody. God still rewarded me. Because they were so the energy that one manager that I had was so insensitive God said, I'm going to still reward you because I'm going to show you that the money doesn't come from them. It comes from me. So I was fast track. Every time you turn around, I was getting increase, raise. So I didn't work under that person anymore. More raises, more raises, more raises. So yeah, but what I'm saying here is that for me emotionally I had closed something out. And so just like I was able to get that job, I could get another job. Right? But like I said before, it was like cruise control for me. So you don't have to I gave you that example not for you to stay in any relationships and be in cruise control. None, whether it's working, whatever. But you have to know your worth and you have to know your value and say, I deserve better than this. Because they can't stop anything that that um that source is already it was already predestined for somebody to be very wealthy. So you're entering into a season of abundance and prosperity in every area of your life. Abundance and prosperity. So like I said before, this is great because the old you would have been so emotionally wounded you wouldn't have recognized that source was moving you to King of Pentacles energy. You would have been depressed, you would have been sad, you would have been like, oh my God, it's like when it rains, it pours. And remember, you're a water sign. So remember, water washes away all the debris so that you can take time to heal and see where the cracks are and get your foundation stable. And so Source is saying to you, I'm sending the right energy across your path. I'm sending the right energy across your path who won't be insensitive to your pain at all. So start being in a posture of gratitude. Be in a posture of gratitude in advance. Don't send me any more. You're thanking Source in advance, saying, Source, thank you for sending me healthy relationships. Because that's where the King of Pentacles really lie in. It's like I'm planting seeds. I'm uprooting something. I had to close out a cycle. I'm uprooting all of that bitterness, that sour taste it left, that bitterness that it left in my water. I'm uprooting all of that. So that's a burning bowl ceremony. And I'm taking spiritual showers, spiritual baths. I'm washing those ashes from burning the name and the emotions attached to it down the drain. I'm releasing all of that and I'm planting new seeds. Because I now know, hey, 1 minute you're inspiring me, the next minute you blowtorching me. Okay, maybe I got to tweak my list a little bit. God, thank you for sending people across my path who inspire me, but who won't blowtorch me, or whose words and actions won't cut me deep like a sword, who won't add to me, not wanting to get out of the bed, who won't try to make me feel like I'm not smart enough, who energy play a role in me feeling like I made another poor decision. Like so you're thanking Source in advance, for sending you the right energies, in other words. So that's what I'm saying for you all. So again, I see you walking away first before you even give somebody a chance to burn you again. Your third eye is open. You're paying close attention to the messages that are coming through. You're paying close attention to the messages that are coming through. All the messages that are coming through. All the messages that are coming through. The messages that are coming through. Let's see what else we got going on here. Here we have the Six of Swords, the Hermit card, the World card, the Ten of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Lovers card. So this Judgment card lets me know judgment is in your favor. So once you ascend higher and break that curse, that cycle in that relationship, you don't have anything to worry about. You've already severed ties with it. You're moving on. And so I see somebody meeting their twin flame. I see somebody finally meeting their twin flame because, again, you've now made room in your universe. So keep in mind how this works, Cancer, is that Source wants you to have a life that is balanced, a life that you love and are pleased with on both sides, not just a wonderful work life, a wonderful professional life, and a out of balance personal life. Source wants you to have the best life on both sides. And so when I see new love coming across somebody's past, somebody needs to make sure they wrapped it up with, exes in the past. Go ahead and close out those relationships. Do the burning bowl ceremony. Release them in love. Start blocking numbers, block email addresses, all access to you so you can really start the process of making room for your new energy coming across your path. Same thing with money or a job. If you feel like, okay, this is not the job for me, it's time for me to go ahead and wrap up my feelings about this. I need to go ahead and close this out. Like I told you about an old manager that I had before, I had already decided you're not getting the full effort out of me. So in my mind, I had already decided I got other departments I got my eye on. Let me start looking for something else so I can get to a different department, because you're not getting the full work. You were that insensitive about me losing a loved one. Oh no, you're not getting the full out of me. You can forget it. Emotionally, I just turn off the water faucet. I'm here to do my job. That's it. But trust and believe. I've already started the process of looking through the database of something else, because it wasn't the organization, it was that person. So that's what I'm saying to you, is that you already decided I'm closing out the cycle. The energy of money is already attracted to me, so I can get money. I'm already a natural nurturer, right? But your energy, somebody's energy is, it causes you to it causes you to second guess your purpose. It causes you to second guess your personal power and your identity. So it can come across as enraged. It can come across as bullying energy. And so again, cancers aren't scared of people. So you already know you can give them that same energy back, cancers. But instead of doing that, you're like, I'm mature. I'm more mature. I'm wiser than this. I'm taking authority of my own life, and I'm closing out the cycle with you versus coming back with that same energy. Because in the past, that energy, that water being reflective, I would have came right back at you, and I would have messed up my own money. So why would I do that? I'm too wise for that. So again, world card further letting you know you're closing out cycles. You're closing it out. Closing out a cycle. So sources like, hang in there. Hang in there. Be patient. You're not delusional. You're not crazy. You're not making up stuff. You're not imagining things, but you're using that same energy to dream bigger. You're not wasting it on them. You are ascending higher, right? So when you sail away, it was with no regrets whatsoever. I forgive you, but you don't have any more access to my life. I forgive you, but you have no more access to my life. I'm not nurturing that anymore. And here you come, booked and busy. Booked and busy instead of emotionally burdened and bitter. You're booked and busy. So the Hermit card came out twice. Somebody's really, really in double receiving mode of this person, because somebody is so laser focused on their purpose on earth. You don't need any distractions whatsoever. Laser focused. So something is really over. That's how laser focused you are on your, and trust me, death is felt on both sides. Like when you've already emotionally decided, cancers, that I'm emotionally detached from something, other people feel it. And remember, you're highly magnetic. So that may get a person all of a sudden trying to talk to you. That may get a person already, like automatically trying to figure out, has the temperature changed? But you turn the water off. So it's no temperature. There's no temperature whatsoever. I've already emotionally turned off the water. And our bodies are made up of almost 70% water. So it's already over. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. So let's see what else we got going on, Cancer, so we can get ready to close out your reading. But yeah, kudos to you for, taking authority, for being very mature about a situation, taking this thing very seriously and moving on so you can be booked and busy. Like I said, I see an enormous amount of wealth for you. In the past, you would have been so distracted. You'd have been like, woe is me, like using it as a crutch, talking about it all the time. And I can't believe this happened. Not the you today. You're a totally different person today. Here we have the La Luna, which is the moon card, came out twice, healing. We have Ace of Cups. We have 10 of Wands, booked and busy again. 9 of Pentacles, wish fulfillment, 8 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands. I mean, boy, you talking about this is amazing. So this came out again. Lots of double talk behind your back. Lots of stuff that's behind you where people have talked about you behind your back. The energy was already kind of shaky anyway. Somebody was already a lower frequency energy than where you were on anyway. Spiritually, they weren't that. It's just a lot of stuff. You don't even need to get into talking about the energy, because it looks like you got 2 moon cards, you got 2 world cards, and so you got the Hangman here. So it's like it's been a lot of manipulation both in your professional life and your romantic life. This is what it looks like here. A lot of manipulation on both sides. But for you, it could have been overwhelming where it caused you almost wanted to just check out and wear rose colored glasses. So it's like, in order for me to think things through and take action, I'll just go ahead and I'll go ahead and let people keep projecting onto me who they think I am. But that's it's a different you today. So we have the Nine of Wands here. So Nine of Wands lets me know that you're on the other side of all of this, and you're like, if that means I got cut almost everybody off, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm on the other side of all of this. I'm no longer, walking through. See this person right here? They're at the end, and behind them is like, let me see something. Behind them, it was like, it's very different from the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands. Is very so. This person is walking into growth, and they're walking away from scarcity. They're walking into growth. This is the Ten of Wands, which we have twice. They're stepping in. So the source is trying to double your wealth on both sides. You already came out of relationships where there was no growth on your professional side and romantic side. There was no growth, and get ready for double the growth on both sides of your life. All you had to do was close out cycles on your professional life and your personal life, and get real serious about your own personal growth, because you're never going to go back to the Five of Pentacles if you focus right. Like if you pay attention to, just like, I've been investing in myself, I've been planting seeds, I'm never going to go back through these same long and arduous journey, working hard at work, working hard in my my friendships, working hard in my personal, which could be romantic and family or whatever, platonic, and working hard in my professional life, and I'm not reaping the benefits, no harvest whatsoever. I'm only investing in what I want to grow, and that starts with self. So I'm speaking from my highest self to my highest self. So yeah, I see double growth I see growth in both sides of your life, both sides of your scales. Here we have the Ace of Cups. Somebody is really learning how to protect their heart. Your heart is in the right place. You're protecting your nurturing. I'm also seeing healing energy. Remember, full moon energy, which we're still feeling the effects of the full moon, kind of crossing over, even though it's a waning gibbous moon, but it's also crossing over, getting us prepared for this last quarter moon. But like I said, healing energy right here. So remember, full moon energy is a time for protection. You're protecting your gifts. You're protecting your heart, you're healing, and you're receiving guidance directly from source. So this is a time of healing. We have the Eight of Pentacles and also the Nine of Pentacles. So again, more wealth, a lot of creative ideas, financial independence. Just wealth all around you because of how you're handling things now. You're not putting yourself back in situations that will ruin your reputation and your foundation, where you feel so embarrassed. I got to physically up and move because I ruined my own relationships, and now I got to work harder to, let everybody know that I'm really a sweetheart. Where now it'll come across as manipulative. You're just leaving when it's time to go. You're closing out cycles when it's time. So you don't have to look unstable. So, because you're not unstable. You're just highly sensitive. You're highly gifted with your sensitivity. You're highly empathic. You're highly intuitive. You're tenacious. Here we have some deep breathing, because again, you got a lot of great things that lie ahead, Cancers. Lots of great things that lie ahead. So please do not get caught up in I love full moon, because the full moon allows us to really look at our lives and show. Some people are already on their path. So you wake up every single day like, today is a great day because I'm already in my light. So I couldn't imagine doing something else. And it's just building and growing, and you're planting seeds, and you're, speaking those things at night. Like the last thing you speak to yourself is, I see myself making $1 million this year. I see myself having healthy working relationships. I see myself having healthy friendships. Like those are the last words you're saying to yourself as you drift off. So you having sweet dreams. Some of you all, you're not even having like those you're not having those dreams where it's just like, it feels like a nightmare. You may have a dream and say, okay, I had a thought about that, but it wasn't even that, it wasn't that stressful. So allow source to keep downloading messages into your spirit, and just continue being in receiving mode. So if you're having dreams, of your purpose, Start speaking life into it. Start saying that. Like, and then God is going to keep giving you these winks through other people too, saying, you know what, Cancer, I can see your business doing well, or I can see you in such and such position at work, or I can see you, applying for, or somebody may come, if you work for an office or what, in an office, somebody may say, you know what, I saw a position and I thought this would be perfect for you. That kind of thing. So don't dismiss that, being so distracted by closing out cycles that God is sending people across your path to let you know you're headed in the right direction. Those are God's like using people as guardian angels, to send messages to you. They're just being obedient. Some of them are complete strangers and they don't even know. Oh, look at, reach out to Cancer and let Cancer know there's a position in a such and such department, right? Don't dismiss it because you got to close out cycles. So this is where somebody's getting double serious about every area of their lives. Like, I'm just cleaning house. I just took a water hose and I flushed out all of my whole foundation. I'm building from my root chakra all the way up to my crown chakra. And I'm making sure everything is in alignment. So yeah, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see, we've got a number card, and let's go ahead and close this out. So we got this. I thought we had a Moonology. Okay, let me get a Moonology card. Let's get a Moonology card and let's get ready. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. But the god, the planet of love and pleasure, the god, and this is in all of your relationships, including art and music. Remember, the sound of music is vibrates, depending on what the frequency on, no matter what the frequency on, it vibrates through the water. And you're a water sign, and our bodies are made up of near almost 70% water. So you also got to be careful of the music that you're listening to, right? If you're trying to call into love, maybe you're listening to love songs, right? The type of love songs you want. If you're listening to, or the type of artist that voice resonates with you. If you're trying to call in money, you may find out, what hurts is the money hurts on, like that kind of thing. Or you're trying to release feelings of insecurity. You looking online on YouTube, finding what hurts that's on. So yeah, prosperity lies ahead. What I was going to say about the goddess Venus is that when the goddess Venus is out of alignment, it can come across as very moody, very jealous, very vindictive, right? And so that's why it's important for you to protect your water, because those people who come across as jealous and vindictive and evil, which a lot of you all have encountered in your personal and professional life, sources like, now this is the serious time for you to start protecting your water. So all the things in the past, in your professional life or personal life that you need to leave in the past, just leave it in the past. It was already on shaky ground. And so you need something more serious, more solid, more stable. And that's what you're moving towards. So congratulations to somebody for finding peace within. And if you desire to find love, that's coming your way. You're just getting yourself prepared for it. You're getting yourself prepared for it. You're not going back to unstable relationships. Let's pull a number card and then pull an affirmation card, and let's go ahead and close it out. Number card and affirmation card, and close it out. 3, I am charismatic. Yeah, somebody is optimistically moving forward. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. Yeah, you're able to get others on board with your ideas. This is great. And then let's pull an affirmation card and then one last card, and we're going to go ahead and close this out. This is nice, Cancer. Very, very nice. You all have really worked for this, because again, until you understand how precious water is, our earth is covered by over 70% water. Our bodies are made up of almost 70% water. We refer to Savior as the living water. Water is extremely cleansing. It's replenishing. It's hydrating. It's placed so many benefits. Detoxing. You can use it for detoxification. Everything. And so when you realize how powerful the element of water is, which is why sometimes you see the like books about water on my table, is now you will start to protect your water, and you won't just allow anybody access to it, especially as a highly magnetic sign. You attract everything. You would rather attract healthy relationships, but you also want to be able to identify unhealthy relationships trying to attach themselves to you. That's in an organization, that's one on one, that's in your family life, that's everything. So get ready for some massive changes. Here we have affirmations for clarity. I am clear on my purpose. I am here for a reason. I am worthy. I am valuable. I own my truth. I am moving forward in the right direction. I know exactly what I need to do. I take action toward the things that matter. That's it. That's it. Let's pull one last card and let's close it out. Let's pull one last card and let's close it out. Let's pull one more and close it out. Again, you're moving towards your purpose if you're not already there. If you're in your purpose, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The things that you had to leave behind. When you look back, you go, wow, what a ride. Remember in the last reading, Cancers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. But remember my last reading where I talked about how a crab moves? It never moves in a straight line. It's like zigzag, moves that way. Now it's going to make sense to somebody why you had to work several jobs, why some friendships didn't work out, why certain things, because you were picking up on all of this energy that just didn't match your water, your sweetheart, your pure water. And you were taking on those energies. So here we have spell to de-stress. As darken hearkens, fear increases. I know not why or how. I seek your calm. This is moon prayers. I pray for peace, protecting moon above. May gentle light sleep ease my fright and soothe my troubled soul. That's right. You're de-stressing. Somebody can take a screenshot if they want to, so you can see it for yourself. That is what I have for you, Cancers. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, when you have this time to really relax and reflect on your life journey up until where you are right now, as you get ready to really close out this cycle in a very powerful way, it's going to start to make sense why God allowed you to acquire um, information and experience and wisdom in such an unconventional way. It's gonna be like, wow, I wish I could have learned the lesson differently, but you needed to you are equipped to learn it the way that you learned the lesson. But that's what I have for you, and welcome to the other side. That's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Freedom Friday. Bye.